how do we amplify the voices of the young people? How do we amplify their experiences, and how do we kind of bring this connection between employers, the young people who are looking for jobs, and the high learning institutions? Here we are talking about institutions that are post-secondary. It can be a college, TVET, a university. We want to break the barriers. We want to talk about things that matter to the young people. And none other but Lydia today, who will tell us the perspective of the employer. We'll want to have Lydia tell us her experiences working at a spa resort in Bogoria.
My name is Lydia Yator Denteweo. I'm the group manager for Bogoria Group, which is composed of Lake Bogoria Spa Resort, where you are here. It is a 94 key room, and we also have the Rift Valley Hills Resort, which is 60 kilometers from here, at the heart of Cabernet, the headquarters of Baringa County.
Mm-hmm.
As an organization, we work with the youth. You've seen for yourself, over 60% of our employees are below 35.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We do a lot of partnership and internship with universities and colleges. Like today, currently we have 20 students from all over Kenya, from Kenya Utalii College, Diploma International,
Mm-hmm.
and universities Strathmore, Moi, Maseno,
Yes.
University of Eldoret.
So you
Just
work
to
like with
mention-
almost
Yeah,
all.
just to mention a few,
Yeah.
because of the numbers.
Okay.
Yes.
Could you please tell us a little bit about your internship program? And I think that's something that that really captured my attention the first night I came here.
Yeah.
I was so humbled to see, as you've said, 60% of your workers here are the young people. Tell us a little bit about your internship program.
Our internship program runs 3 times in a year. Normally it runs for either 3 months, 4 times, sorry. It runs for 3 months or 6 months. Other universities and colleges have a 6 months period, and others have 3 months period, whichever the way we accommodate. Because of our environment, you've seen we are located in a lodge, quite some distance from the main towns.
Yes.
We do advertise for our internship. We encourage the interns to apply using our website. We provided all the information, and when they apply, we do interviews so that we make sure we balance all the students, those from the colleges, those who are doing degrees, those who are doing diplomas and certificates, so we can balance, because even the students, when they are training, they learn from themselves.
Yes.
We also balance institutions, so that we don't take students from one institution,
Yes.
because we want the learning to continue. We make sure that we blend. We take a student from one university, one from Turkana,
Yes.
one from around, and we ensure that this is a good blend of students. Apart from the universities, we also ensure that the students are the face of Kenya,
Absolutely.
that they are all coming from all sectors,
Yes.
of all areas of the Kenyan boundary.
Yes.
Although currently we also have students who are from Congo, we have from Rwanda, but they are coming from the institutions within Kenya.
So they are like the international students
yes.
from Kenyan institutions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Currently we have about 4 of them,
Yes.
specifically from Rwanda, Congo, and we have one from Angola.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so something interesting to mention is that some of our members in Voice4Ed are refugee students, and we did a study a few weeks ago to understand what are the fears and the struggles of university students. We singled out a few universities just to do an in-depth study to hear what the experiences are. And one comment that came out clearly from students who are refugees, they said that they do not have equal opportunities to what these Kenyan students have. And my question to you today is, do you have any refugees as interns?
Currently, I may not say we have, but we've never seen any apply. If there are any who would apply, we will be very glad to absorb them.
Umesikia hiyo? You heard that? So we'll have the directory where you can go and get access to the application. Briefly, could you tell the different sectors that you encourage the youth or young people to apply as interns?
Yeah, our group is an hospitality group. We mainly deal with hospitality. So 80% of the internship vacancies we have are hospitality. However, the hospitality itself need a support system. So apart from the hospitality areas, all of them, the food production, front office, housekeeping, pastry, just to name a few.
Yes.
We still have positions in key sectors which support the organization. We have accounting, marketing, HR,
yes,
procurement, security, IT, engineering.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, just to mention a few. Currently, we take up to 20 interns every 3 months.
Yes.
We provide accommodation and food, and we don't have a huge capacity for accommodation currently.
Okay.
We can only accommodate 20 trainees,
yes,
but we are working hard to see that in the long run we
yes,
can improve on that capacity.
Yes. Oh, nice. Maybe one success story that Lydia may be shy to tell you is that she has worked here for 10 years, 10 plus, I think.
It's 11 years.
11 years now.
Yes.
And she once started as an intern. So she can tell us a little bit about your retention kind of program and plans. And of course, I know right now you were mentioning off the record that the COVID experience period is a little bit different. But in an ideal situation, how's been the retention now that you also came in as an intern?
Yes, it's true. I was here as an intern some years back. Before I joined college, I came for a 6-week orientation. And here I am as the general manager 11
yes,
years down the line. Today, in the current management, 40% of the managers we have are all former trainees. So our retention percentage of trainees, of interns, is normally high, apart from this time of COVID, because there's a lot of job loss and,
yes,
and less clients coming in. But during other times, from July to December, all the trainees who come in,
yes,
normally we retain them because that's also a high season. And even if we are not able to retain all the trainees, we normally share their contacts with other employers.
okay.
We have platforms where general managers, other managers, and other departments have,
yes,
where we have a WhatsApp group. We normally share. So if we have very good trainees, we'll always say we are graduating about 20 trainees. We are retaining 3.
yes,
We have 17. Whoever is interested, we can share for you for interviews.
okay.
So even before they leave here,
yes,
most of them go for interviews and they come and clear
yes,
to their new jobs.
Absolutely. Interesting. So maybe one question so that we can wrap up a little bit that discussion about internship. As an employer, what kind of support do you think would be helpful for you in this program of working with the young people?
Okay, there are many supports, but I would single out that a couple of trainees or interns who come in, sometimes you find that apart from the ones we are hosting, the other hotel in Cabernet, the Rift Valley Resort, does not have a capacity because it's a town hotel. There are students who struggle to manage to rent a place during their training time, and especially if they are coming from very far.
Yes.
So one support.
And sorry, you were telling me you have students who come as far as Garissa.
Yes, Garissa.
The other corner. Okay.
We have Isholo.
Wow.
We have even students from Kilifi.
Yes.
Who are here for training.
Yes.
So if they find themselves in a very unfamiliar territory, they have to rent a place and they have to stay as a community, and we've seen some struggle even to manage to feed themselves. So what we've done as a hotel is we've hosted as much as possible at the lodge. But if there will be an opportunity to partner with other, we would build a bigger accommodation area, and we can accommodate double the number.
Yes.
We would also be able to have an extra place where they can study.
Yes.
After they are finished with work. What we provide is a normal hostel where they can sleep and eat. But in the long run, we are looking at developing a center where when the intern is on off, or because they work on 8-hour shifts,
Yes.
and they normally have an off, they can have a library where they can study and improve on their knowledge.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's shift gears a little bit. One thing that there was a time I did an interview with one of the local media stations, and I was talking about the nexus of employment. How do we have, what are the views of the employers, students, and academic institutions? And I want to quote something that I was told by a few students, whereby they said that they feel there's a huge disconnect between the practical world of work and the theoretical side of things, what they're studying in school. Do you agree with that? Is this something that you've experienced over the years? Do you think there is something that needs to be changed?
Absolutely, you are very correct. We are the ones who are in the industry, and as I told you, apart from working for Bogoria for 11 years, I've worked in the industry. Cumulatively, this will be my 18th year, and worked also not only in Kenya, but also in East Africa and in South Africa.
Yes.
So I have an idea of what the industry needs versus what sometimes the universities and the colleges are training. There's, as you said, there's still gaps where there are no direct communication between the employer and the institutions, and also the interns and the students. So our request, which we've done formally, writing to a number of the universities and colleges through our associations and also individual organizations, is for the institutions to give us an opportunity for us to interrogate the syllabus and the programs they run, in the view of giving our practical knowledge on what the industry needs or the gaps, because travel and hospitality is evolving.
Yes.
The people who are traveling a decade ago are not the ones who are doing it currently. There's a new group of young people traveling, and their needs may not be as what was before.
Yes.
So we would really wish that communication flow between the institutions of learning and the employers can be improved, so that what the institutions are training is going to correspond with what the market requires.
Sure.
And we would also want to request the institutions to keep on updating and not use the syllabus for so long.
Yes.
And they should also create time to go out there and do research for themselves, apart from what we give them.
Yes.
They should collect research from us on the current trends and what the clients are requiring, and what are the new things people are looking for, so that they can prepare the students adequately. Otherwise, we start sometimes like afresh.
Yes.
When the students come, we find them so green, and they tell you they've done a diploma or a certificate, and you wonder, what exactly have they been training on? You feel like they would rather come to us directly. We train them on theory and practical at the same time. And they'll pay half of the amount of money they're paying the institutions. So we are not saying that that the institutions are not doing a great job. They are doing, but I think they need to improve on the flow of communication, and they need to improve on the research based on the field.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Okay.
update accordingly.
Yeah. Thank you so much. There's a question I know that guys will be asking. And as we were speaking here, there was a lot of background noise, these birds and the like. And I would want to just talk a little bit about the interesting combination of nature in your hotel. I found it very, very nice. Just for the interest of the viewers to understand what they would be missing out if they don't visit this place. What is this model that you have?
Thank you so much for capturing that. I think you've seen the monkey just sitting strategically
Yes.
to be able to pick some of the things in this table.
Yes.
But they have realized there's nothing edible.
Yes.
And you've seen those trees bouncing and dancing in front of us.
Yeah.
And so many birds. Lake Bogoria Spa Resort is situated in is it the middle of the oasis of nature.
Yes.
2 kilometers to Lake Bogoria.
Yes.
National Reserve, a Ramsar site by WHO. And the place is full of nature, as you've seen.
Yes.
As you drove in, you were driving and like you are driving to nowhere.
Absolutely.
Only to arrive here and to realize that there's a lot of life.
Yes.
So our key selling point here is experience the healing place. As you've seen our tag.
Yes.
And this is achieved in many ways. One is the environment itself. You've seen there's no pollution, there are no vehicles passing through, just nature, nature, nature.
Yes.
And we are coexisting. You can see the monkey coming in up to the restaurant.
Yes.
And watching you as you take your breakfast. That is done deliberately. That we need. It's a natural environment.
Yes.
If you go to the swimming pool, we have 2 swimming pools. The half Olympic for those who want to burn calories and exercise very well.
Yes.
We also have the natural spa, which is God given, and the Keisha water, which is coming from the underground.
Yes.
We have directed it to a swimming pool.
Yes.
And you can swim up to midnight.
I did that, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so warm. Someone told me, by the way, it's tuned to the body temperature, that's 7 degrees.
Yes.
She's you.
Yeah, so it has very good effects, especially on the skin.
Yeah.
We have this all nature God has given us. So the water is so good. It is, I mean, you can Google about Keisha waters.
Yes.
This is what you pay in high-end spas and Hamana Lake, and here it's just free. And the beauty about it is you can swim anytime.
Yes.
You are not told 6 p.m. the swimming pool is closed. And it is a river.
Yes.
The water is flowing on you. You can imagine that sound, this water flowing, 36 degrees at maximum.
Yes.
And apart from that, we have an organic farm, about 20 acres. You've seen all the fruits, the mango juice you're taking. In the morning you took watermelon.
Yes. Those are all from your farm.
They are all from our farm, and we are organic. We don't use fertilizers. We use the leaves. We mulch the leaves, which we have a lot of trees.
Yes.
We have a lot of manure. We have our own cows.
Yes.
We have communities living around us who have a lot of manure, which we come and filter and use it at the farm. We also don't use chemicals to spray. We use alternatives like lemon juice. We use rabbit urine. We are using chili, garlic to spray vegetables.
I'm curious.
Yes.
Do you discuss with these research institutions about these innovations for scaling? Because I feel like Hamaing here, come live here, and here I'll buy I'll live for the next 100 years. I mean, do you have an opportunity to discuss this with the academic institutions?
I think as you've opened our eyes, we are going. We've worked with the carton before, but that was on the pasture and the animal dairy.
Yes.
And the technology farm, which they gave us a breed which could survive here. That was 2015, 6 years ago.
Yes.
And we've grown the breeds from 2 to now 16.
Yes.
And as you see, the place is very dry. But today, we are every morning, for a day, morning and evening, we are able to produce about 60 liters of fresh milk. Yes.
Na hii supu pia nimekuwa nikikunywa hapa.
Yeah. So apart from that, we make a very good mursik. As you know, you are in Baringo, the county of diversity, and the dominant community is the Kalenjin Tugen.
Yes.
We have the James, we have the Turkana, and the Pokot. So these are Nilotic communities, and milk is milk and meat is the critical thing to survive. So we have mursik, which it's called mursik. We normally ferment the milk, and we use a special herb to put around the card. So you see the black. That's a very special tree which is extinct. It is not even it is not available everywhere. So apart from that, we also have our signature, the mwarobaini soup. We normally call it mwafoti. Mwafoti, mwarobaini, 40 I mean.
Mwafoti, mwarobaini.
Yeah. So this is a signature that you cannot come to Bogoria without taking mwarobaini. It's an herbal. As you've seen, we've planted a lot of mwarobaini trees. Mwarobaini tree is known to cure 40 diseases. And it is growing in areas like Kars or the coastal area. So we are using the leaves to cook it with the broth of mbuzi, like goat meat. So it boils, and we just put the natural herbs and a little bit of chili, and we serve it hot. Yeah, so it's a very good cleanser and detoxifier, because currently we have no control of most of the environment. Unlike us who have control of the environment we are, most of the people who are living in urban places have no control of the pollution you inhale. The food you eat, you don't know the source.
Correct.
You buy things from the supermarket, but you don't really know where they came from. So when you have this, when you have the water, it detoxifies, it removes toxins. When you have mwarobaini soup, now it does it from inside. Yeah, so it cleanses, it removes toxins, because we have toxins in many ways.
So tuseme mwili yangu sasa, the few days I've been here, iko mpya.
If you can go and test yourself, yeah, you will find yourself lighter. Like when you swam there at night, you felt like you needed to eat. And you had already taken dinner. The reason is you have lost a lot. A lot of toxins were removed from you, and that's why you felt like you wish you had told us to keep part of the dinner after. And you feel very thirsty because the toxins, any excess thing is removed from you. So that's how the Keisha water works. So this place is really a place to rest, where nature, you enjoy nature as it is, you enjoy the natural food. Unlike other places, we have the capacity not to put our food in the freezers for long. We just use what we want. And because most of the items are within our reach. We have the beef, just you've seen, we have beef just with us. We can slaughter. If we get a lot of clients, we can just get a public health person to slaughter. We slaughter one, so we don't need to keep it in the deep freezers and the fridges for long. So that's why you see the taste of our food is fresh, because the vegetables, like for dinner, has not been harvested now. The next 1 hour or 2 hours, someone will go to the farm, harvest, bring it, and just put it straight to the table.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lydia. And before I let you go, I have one question. As an employer, would you want to be part of Voice4Ed and engage with the young people?
Of course, yes. As you've seen, 60% of our employees are young people. We would want to be part of solutions to ensure that a number of the young people have direction, are be able to get engaged meaningfully. And also for guidance, because we realize that a couple of young people coming for internships, some of them don't even know what, they have no direction, they're just following what they've been told.
Yes.
So one of the key things we do here, apart from just trainings, we have sessions or meetings which are off the training curve, but just to mentor these young people, even to know who they are, and what their aspirations are,
yes,
how they can, take care of themselves, not to abuse drugs, abuse anything else, and be ready for what they would want to do.
yes. Okay, that's it, folks. It was really nice visiting the spa and talking to Madam Lydia. And yeah, she's really looking forward to joining Voice4Ed. We're going to have more and more engagements with like-minded employers, people who want to support and engage with the youth further, and make sure that we have a different world where the voice of the young people is amplified. Sisi sote tuweke nchi yetu imara na tuweze kubadilisha mawazo yetu tukae na nchi safi. Thank you very much and looking forward to visit you again.
You're most welcome, and thank you for the opportunity to talk to you about today's topic.
Anytime. Thank you.